Hello dear friend, and welcome to On This Day ASMR with me, Edward Hertz, where we take a look back through history at events which took place on this day. Today is Tuesday the 2nd of January 2024, and we have 37 historical events to cover today, going all the way back to the year 69. Starting with the most recent event, which took place 2 years ago, in 2022, massive nationwide protests and unrest break out in Kazakhstan over the sudden increase of liquefied petroleum gas prices, leaving over 200 people dead and thousands injured. 5 years ago, in 2019, Adventist Health Systems and its subsidiaries rebranded to Advent Health. 20 years ago, in 2004, Stardust successfully flies past Comet Wild 2, collecting samples that are returned to Earth. 31 years ago, in 1993, Sri Lankan Civil War. The Sri Lanka Navy killed 35 to 100 civilians on the Jaffna Lagoon. 33 years ago, in 1991, Sharon Pratt Dixon becomes the first African-American woman mayor of a major city and first woman mayor of the District of Columbia. 36 years ago, in 1988, Condor Flugdienst Flight 3782 crashes near Seferihisar, Turkey, killing 16 people. 43 years ago, in 1981, one of the largest investigations by a British police force ends when serial killer Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper, is arrested in Sheffield, South Yorkshire. 46 years ago, in 1978, on the orders of the President of Pakistan, Mohammed Zia-ul-Haq, paramilitary forces opened fire on peaceful protesting workers in Multan, Pakistan. It is known as 1978 Massacre at Multan Colony Textile Mills. "48 years ago, in 1976, the gale of January 1976 begins, resulting in coastal flooding around the southern North Sea coasts, affecting countries from Ireland to Yugoslavia and causing at least 82 deaths and $1.3 billion worth of damage. 49 years ago, in 1975, at the opening of a new railway line, a bomb blast at Samastipur, Bihar, India, fatally wounds Lalit Narayan Mishra, Minister of Railways. 49 years ago, in 1975, the Federal Rules of Evidence are approved by the United States Congress. 50 years ago, in 1974, United States President Richard Nixon signs a bill lowering the maximum US speed limit to 55 miles per hour in order to conserve gasoline during an OPEC embargo. 53 years ago, in 1971, the second Ibrox disaster kills 66 fans at a Rangers Celtic Association football match. 57 years ago, in 1967, Ronald Reagan, past movie actor and future President of the United States, is sworn in as Governor of California. 61 years ago, in 1963, Vietnam War. The Viet Cong wins its first major victory at the Battle of Ap Bac. 65 years ago, in 1959, Luna 1, the first spacecraft to reach the vicinity of the Moon and to orbit the Sun, is launched by the Soviet Union. 69 years ago, in 1955, following the assassination of the Panamanian President José Antonio Ramón Cantera, his deputy José Ramón Guisado takes power but is quickly deposed after his involvement in Kantara's death is discovered. 70 years ago, in 1954, India establishes its highest civilian awards, the Bharat Ratna and the Padma Vibhushan. 75 years ago, in 1949, Luis Munoz Marin is inaugurated as the first democratically elected governor of Puerto Rico. 82 years ago, in 1942, the Federal Bureau of Investigation obtains a conviction of 33 members of a German spy ring headed by Fritz Gerbert Duquesne in the largest espionage case in United States history, also known as the Duquesne spy ring. Not quite sure I pronounced that correctly, but 82 years ago also, in 1942 even, Manila is captured by Japanese forces, enabling them to control the Philippines. 83 years ago, in 1941, the Cardiff Blitz severely damages the cathedral in Cardiff, Wales. 103 years ago, in 1921, world premiere of the science fiction play R.U.R. by the Czech writer Karel Čapek in the theatre in Hradec Králové. 104 years ago, in 1920, the second Parma raid, ordered by the US Department of Justice, results in 6,000 suspected communists and anarchists being arrested and held without trial. 124 years ago, in 1900, American statesman and diplomat John Hay announces the open door policy to promote trade with China. 124 years ago, in 1900 also, the Chicago Canal opens. 159 years ago, in 1865, the siege of Paysandu ends as the Brazilians and Coloradans capture Paysandu, Uruguay. 161 years ago, in 1863, the Battle of Stones River comes to an end with a Union victory. 206 years ago, in 1818, the British Institution of Civil Engineers is founded by a group of 6 engineers. Thomas Telford would later become its first president. 233 years ago, in 1791, Big Bottom Massacre in the Ohio Country, North America, marking the beginning of the Northwest Indian War. 236 years ago, in 1788, Georgia becomes the 4th state to ratify the United States Constitution. 247 years ago, in 1777, the American Revolutionary War, American forces under the command of George Washington repulsed a British attack at the Battle of the Assunpink Creek near Trenton, New Jersey. 344 years ago, in 1680, Trunajaya Rebellion. Amankurat II of Mataram and his bodyguards execute the rebel leader Trunajaya. 532 years ago, in 1492, the Emirate of Granada, the last Moorish stronghold in Spain, surrenders. 1,491 years ago, in the year 533, Mercurius becomes Pope John II, the first pope to adopt a new name upon elevation to the papacy. 1,658 years ago, in the year 366, the Alemanni cross the frozen Rhine in large numbers, invading the Roman Empire. And finally, 1955 years ago, in the year 69, the Roman legions in Germania Superior refuse to swear loyalty to Galba. They rebel and proclaim Vitellius as emperor. So that's all we have for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for future updates. Thank you, and I will see you next time.